And we are live. Back again. Back again. Am I late though? Am I late? I think I did push the time back 15 minutes. Maybe it didn't reflect on StreamYard, but on YouTube I did push it back. But hello to everybody. Welcome back to week 21 roundup. I must admit today I'm very tired, man. Oh man, I'm tired. Came off of work. I had to take a little nap. I was watching a Tottenham Brighton game. Congratulations to Brighton for picking up that win. And I had to take like a 30-minute power nap before I come on this stream because I was really tired, man. So I'm here. I'm here now, well rested and ready to go. So it's nice to be back live. It's crazy though because, these days it is so difficult, man, because the matches are coming back so fast. So when you wait until all the games are done, or I couldn't even wait until all the games were actually done because the last week I did a live stream on Thursday. I did one on Friday, took Saturday off, took a break basically, and I'm back Sunday and I have to come back tomorrow again to do the prediction for the midweek fixtures. So it's been really tough, man. It is really tough. And sometimes you just want to say whatever, man. What the heck? Let me just watch some TV or something, or let me just sleep or something, man, because it is very, very difficult. And I could, and I could now understand how the players feel, the players and the managers. I could understand how they feel, man, because it's like as soon as you put your head down, it's back again. But the thing is, they well paid. You know what I'm saying? They getting paid really good to do that. Not so much the case over here, you know what I'm saying? But big up to everybody in the chat right about now. Big up to Dog, big up Thriller, Jordan, Dems, Dupe, Brawlberry, Yusuf. Big up to everybody in here, Mr. Cop. Everybody in here, man. We're about to talk about this week's fixture, not fixtures, the results to the fixtures. You see what I'm saying? Big up, big up, big up to everybody in here. We're about to talk about these games. And look, without further ado, we're going to get straight into these matches. We had some good games this weekend, I must say that. And we're going to start with the Everton versus Newcastle game. Everton 0, Newcastle 2. Oh, man. I did not predict this one. I think Robert Robinson was one of the only guys who actually predicted this one. And it's Everton, they shocked me here, man. Everton really shocked me. They didn't play well. Luca Digne, he was off his pace. Guys like Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison, they weren't getting the deliveries in the middle. The big chance they had was James, and that one didn't find the back of the net. But then Newcastle, man, Callum Wilson, he just loves to play against Everton. For the earlier fixture, the reverse leg, he did score a brace too. So he has 10 goals this season and 4 of them came against Everton. He just simply loves to play against Everton. So the thing is, Newcastle needed this win really, really bad. They needed to win way more than Everton did, obviously, apparently. Not saying Everton didn't go out there and try, but Newcastle just seemed like the hungrier team. They added to their backroom staff as well, and it showed. A new philosophy at the club. Steve Bruce needed a little help. He needed a little freshness in the camp, and they did what they had to do. So instead of actually firing Steve Bruce, they brought in somebody in the backroom staff to actually help out. And it did because they didn't. I don't think they played too badly in the last few games, and this win is testament to that improvement. So Callum Wilson with a header, 73rd minute, set up by John Shelvey, and in the 93rd minute of the game in extra time, set up by Jamal Lewis, who picked up his first assist. It was also Shelvey's first assist, and Callum Wilson 10th goal of the season. That's not bad, though. That is not bad for a player, coming from a relegated team in Bournemouth to Newcastle, and he has proven that he knows how to get the ball in the back of the net. Jamal Lascelles injured again, problems, a lot of problems for Newcastle in terms of fitness. They had to go through the whole coronavirus thing, and they're now getting themselves up to speed again. And there goes their captain, Jamal Lascelles. Not a big news for Newcastle. DeAndre Yedlin, American international, have joined Galatasaray, I think. So he is out of the club. So that's another player gone. Alan Saint-Maximin is back fit again. That's a good thing. And it could be signs of good things to come for Newcastle after this win. As for Everton, man, we know what we've been getting from Everton this season. They win four on the chart, and then they go, all over the place, and then they come back, they win four more, and then they disappear again. So, not a big surprise there. They do have 33 points in 8th position, and they had a chance to actually, climb up the table big time and go past a West Ham United. Well, West Ham did lose today, but, Everton would have actually been ahead of them if they had picked up that win. But Newcastle needed that win badly, as I said, and they are 15th with 22 points, separating themselves from the bottom teams. Fulham, West Brom, Sheffield United, they have a lot of work to do to catch the likes of Brighton now and Burnley and Newcastle. So that's a good thing for Steve Bruce. He lives to fight another day. What are you guys saying about this game? How do you feel? We have Fox Williams in here. He says, bless up, Dom. Drink a supplement and get your boost. We need you, broski. I'm good, bro. I'm drinking a Corona right now, Nice cold Corona. Have Guinness up in the fridge too, so might sip a Guinness later, get the energy back. You see what I'm saying? I'm a busy man, you know what I'm saying? You guys have to remember, I have a wife, I have a lovely wife as well, so you got to stay busy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, yeah. And plus, I went to work at 6:30 this morning. I don't want to complain, you know what I mean? I don't want to complain and everything, but, it ain't easy out here for a pimp, man. It ain't. So good win for Newcastle, though. Good win. Everton, you got to get your act together. And another thing too about Everton that I noticed is that when you have Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin on the field and none of them are performing, Carlo Ancelotti does not really have that player he could actually call on to say, hey, come through. You know what I'm saying? Come through. Come to add some impetus to the game. Guys like Bernard, I think he's on his way out. He's going to some Saudi Arabian club, Al Nassr, I think. So they don't really have that player that they could say, come on the field, try to affect the game. Calvert-Lewin ain't clicking right now. Richarlison ain't working. They have everything on the field. James, Iwobi, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. So when it ain't going for them, they got nobody to work, nobody to call on. So they have a problem with their depth right about now. Newcastle, they have a bunch of guys like Dwight Gale and Andy Carroll and Joel Linton on the bench, So in that department, they were actually very, very good. Almiron played well and Callum Wilson played well. Those were the two best players on the day, in my opinion. Darlow pulled off a few big saves, and he did what Jordan Pickford failed to do. You know what I mean? Jordan T-Rex Pickford picked the ball out the back of the net twice. So that's a very, very good win for Newcastle. They needed it. I predicted them to lose the game, and they yet again proved me wrong. Guys, I didn't do well in terms of my prediction this week at all. I was horrible in terms of the predictions. So shout outs to Carrie Bonner. Carrie, thank you very much for the $5. Carrie, if you're, is that a female? Carrie, that sounds like a female name. Carrie Bonner. Hi, Dom. I'm an LFC fan. Wanted to say enjoy your channel and hope you're okay with COVID. Will you do live stream on City versus Liverpool on the weekend? Well, the thing is, I'll be at work. I'll be at work when that game is playing, but I will come back on Sunday. And it's as a YouTube, I'm not full time on YouTube. So the thing is, my wife works as well. So when I get off of work, I drop her to work. Then I'm with my son Liam, so I really can't do anything until like Sunday evenings, Mondays and Tuesdays when my wife's at home, But I am looking forward to the game. I am going to work on some stuff for the build up for the game, and I'm gonna try my best to, to hype the game up as much as possible because it is a big game now. It is a big, big game now. If Liverpool had failed to beat Tottenham and failed to get past West Ham, maybe a draw there or whatever, or let's say they picked up 2 points or one or none instead of six, that game would have not even been so hyped, you know what I'm saying? But now Liverpool have crawled themselves back into contention to win the title again with those two. It's crazy, you know what I mean? It's crazy what 6 points could do. It is. 6 points is a lot of points, man. And when Liverpool weren't picking up any points in like about 5 consecutive games, maybe what was that? Like 3 points in 5 games? 6 points is a lot. You know what I'm saying? In two. So, yeah, I will get to that game pretty soon, though. I do appreciate everybody in here right about now. And Carrie Bonner, I do appreciate the super chat. Big up to you. Appreciate that. So, guys, make sure you smash a like on the video. Dom Rich back up in the house with the top shelf quality with the live stream. It doesn't even seem like I'm live, right? Seems like you're watching a video or something, right? Yeah, but yeah, I am live. So, look, we're going to move on to the next fixture. But before we do move on, Newcastle United, they will play Crystal Palace on Tuesday. They will feel like they could win this game. I know Palace are also coming off of a win, but Newcastle will feel like the next two fixtures, they have to get something. They do have Southampton, who are kind of in a kind of rough form right now, and Crystal Palace, where you never know what to expect from Crystal Palace. So good luck. Good luck, Steve Bruce. Good luck with that. As for Everton, man, they have Leeds. It ain't going to get easier for Everton at all. They do have Leeds. I think Leeds did defeat them early on in the season in the reverse leg. Yep, 1-0. So that won't be an easy game. Then they have Man United, Tottenham, Fulham, Liverpool. It is some tough games coming for Carlo Ancelotti and Everton. And these next few games could make or break the Toffee season. So good luck to them as well. We're going to move on to the next game. But before we do, what are you guys actually saying about this game, though? What are you guys actually saying about this game? I have to actually, involve your comments and everything in the live stream as well. So let me see what you guys were actually saying. We have Thriller actually said, which we truly appreciate the consistency of the Dominic Rich FC franchise channels. Oh man, thank you very much. So have you heard about Ben Davies? Yeah, I have, but I didn't make a video about that yet. I will do a separate video touching on some of these things when I'm done with the live stream. The grind continues, but I have a little son upstairs. He's making a lot of noise. So I have to wait until he kind of knock out, go to sleep, and then I'll do my thing. I don't want to be down here making a video and you hear boom, 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 things turn, tumbling over. That's what he's up to, man. And I tell you guys, don't have no kids, man. Don't have no kids. So Charles Ayedepo says, Newcastle surprised me, man. Yeah, definitely surprised me. Aban 1989, hello to you. Yeah, Jadon Pullman, hello to everybody in here right about now. So, look. Arnav is actually saying, in my opinion, Liverpool are okay. Okay, we have something here. Arnav is a City fan, by the way. So Arnav is saying, in my opinion, Liverpool are still not in a title race. They would be 7 points behind City if City win their game in hand. If Liverpool can beat Brighton and City next week, then they are in a title race. You have a great point. You have a great point. But I think they backing it, because you know why they're backing it? And I won't stay too long on this before I move on to the next game. But the reason why I say Liverpool are backing it is because before the Tottenham and the West Ham game, both London teams, by the way, you see what I'm saying? Liverpool went to both their stadiums and beat them. So they should be ashamed of themselves. Liverpool have not been traveling well, but they have traveled well to London. That's the crazy thing. They have won, I think, about 4 games in London. Come on. They beat Palace. I think they beat Arsenal, right? Arsenal game was at the Emirates. Can't remember, but they have 4 wins. I think Arsenal or Chelsea they beat at on the road. So they've been doing well in London. Nice hunting ground for Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they would want all their away games played in London. But yeah, let's go back to that. Before the Tottenham and the West Ham game, it was a different thing. They were definitely out. And those 2 games would have determined if they were really out or they were still in. And the fact that they won both games means that they're still in. Let's say, and as I just said, if they picked up 2 points in those games or even one, then they'll be 13 points behind City when the game in hand is played, and if City win the game in hand. So basically, Liverpool are back. Liverpool are back, in my opinion. I don't think they're out of it. You cannot count them out once they get back to winning ways. If they're dropping points, then yeah. But once they're winning games, nah, don't do that. Do not count them out. So the next game we're gonna talk about is Crystal Palace 1, Wolves 0. Yet again, I got this one wrong. I did get this one wrong too, you know. I'm watching these games and I'm like, I hope nobody used my freaking results to my predictions to make bets. You'll lose your money. Please do not use these to make no bets. Please don't. I don't bet. Don't use them to make no bet, because the Premier League is very unpredictable. It's very unpredictable. Nobody out there can tell me they're no experts at predicting the Premier League, because the Premier League is so unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. Like, who knew that Brighton was going to beat Tottenham? Who knew that? You know what I'm saying? Who knew? You see? So, I can't even remember what I predicted for that game. But look, I knew I predicted Wolves to beat Palace. They lost the game. They lost the freaking game. Eberiche Eze. I didn't watch this game because I was watching, I think the City game was playing at the same time, the City Sheffield United game. This guy Eze, man. This guy Eze is a special player. This guy is a special player, man. This guy is a special player. How special is Eberiche Eze? Somebody's going to steal him from Crystal Palace, you know. Someone's going to steal this guy from Palace, because that goal, Wolves didn't, it's like, it shocked Wolves. That goal. Set up by Jordan Ayew, second assist, Eze's third goal. And I think Eze's other 2 goals were also spectacular. He just scores spectacular goals. A free kick and a run from his own, third of the field all the way up to score. And this guy is just damn good, man. This guy is damn good. Take your hats off for Eberiche Eze, man. Willian Jose started for the first time here. And I think he had a chance, but failed to score. Podence Neto. He had a Traore off the bench. The best Traore in the league right now actually plays for Villa. You know, Adama Traore has flopped hard this season. I think after beating Man City back, back to back, it kind of, got to his head. He got linked to a whole lot of teams. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of teams, and he just fell off, man. Come on, Adama. Stay focused. Stay focused, man. You can't get hyped up over these links and then, start playing like doo-doo. You see what I mean? But well played to Crystal Palace. They needed that win badly. And Wolves have been in horrible form, man. Ever since the Raul Jimenez injury, Wolves have been horrible. Wolves have been terrible. Wolves are in trouble right now. Wolves are 14th in the league, 23 points. And that's just above Burnley, Newcastle, and Brighton. That's how bad Wolves have been. No wins in their last 5 games. No wins. And I could go deeper, but I won't. Since Raul Jimenez picked up the injury, they haven't picked up a lot of points. The other players gotta step up. Gotta step up. And what was this I was hearing about Romain Saiss linked to Liverpool? Listen, man, Wolves would be sick and crazy in the head to sell Romain Saiss to Liverpool. You see what I'm saying? So people just like to run with these things. The rumor started floating around because Saiss was left out of Wolves' match day squad. And people just ran with that and thinking, oh, he's going to join Liverpool, So who knows? Who knows? But Liverpool have already been linked to a player by the name of Ben Davies, who plays for Preston North End. So I will talk about that in a separate video and let you guys know my thoughts. I don't want to give away my thoughts right now, so look for my thoughts later when I drop that video. But Wolves, they got to get their act together, man. 6 wins this season, 10 losses. This is horrible. This is not good. Nuno, you're losing the mojo, man. Your Portuguese, thing not working for you no more. The Portuguese magic has deserted Wolves. See what I mean? Do they need to bring in Cristiano Ronaldo or something to get there? I think and the problem is, again, Diego Jota. When they sold Diego Jota to Liverpool, they did bring in a few players, and they did bring in Willian Jose, but Diego Jota is a special player. He's been around the team for some time. And when they wanted to rotate and rest Jimenez, Jota played and Jota did well. So when you don't have a Jota and you have guys trying to settle in the Premier League like Fabio Silva and now a Willian Jose, a Podence, a Neto, these guys, Podence and Neto aren't center forwards. You're going to struggle. You are going to struggle. And to make matters worse, their defense isn't even helping their cause. Because you could say, all right, they're impotent going forward, but at least their defense is very tight. This is not even the case. It's not the case with Wolves. You see, so Wolves have some problems. I can't solve them. They would need to figure that out very, very soon. Or they could be in a lot of trouble. They could be in a lot of trouble, man. But I think in terms of relegation and that type of stuff, they're good. They don't have to worry about relegation. They're good in terms of that. So I don't think but they need to start winning games again. 6 wins this season ain't good enough, man. It is definitely not good enough. As for Palace, they're one, place ahead of Wolves. They're 13th. They have 26 points, and Roy Hodgson, they deserve the win for their tenacity. And we know Crystal Palace is a team that would come, they would bring the game to you, but they also a team that could be very, very inconsistent. And they threw on a lot of firepower in this game. It just showed the intent. Playing Batshuayi, Zaha, Eze, and Ayew at the same time, that's a lot of intent. Batshuayi missed a sitter in front of goal. Batshuayi, you got to get your act together. I know he did score in the last game there, but he got to get his act together, man. 2-3 loss against West Ham, and now a win against Wolves. Before that, they lost to City, drew to Arsenal, and they did lose to Wolves in the FA Cup third round. So that's the revenge right there. Sweet revenge. Sweet revenge. You know what I'm saying? You know what Tupac said? Tupac said, the only thing that's sweeter than revenge is so sweet revenge there. But Palace, we know what to expect, man. As I said, their next game's coming up. Newcastle, Palace, that's going to be a good one. Could go any way. And then they have Leeds, Burnley, Brighton, Fulham. These are winnable games for Crystal Palace. These are winnable games. These are games that could actually pick up 3 points. And before I move on, big up to everybody in here right now. Shout outs to you, and you. Oh, I almost forgot you. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button, man, for the consistency and everything, okay? Please do that. Do that for me. Do that for me. I will get to your team pretty soon, okay? I'm going to run through these. I got the momentum going. Big up to everybody. I can't call out everybody's name, but, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody in here right about now. So make sure you like the video. Let's get this stream to 100 likes today. It does eventually get to 100, but we got over 100 people in here. Let's get it to 100 likes. You see what I'm saying? Appreciate that, man. So the next game for Wolves is again. Listen, it ain't getting easier for Wolves at all. They have Arsenal, Leicester City. It ain't. I know Leicester lost. We will get to Leicester's loss. We will talk about that one. It ain't getting easier. Southampton twice in the cup and in the league. Leeds, Newcastle. It ain't gonna get and it ain't gonna get easier towards the. Guys, what are your thoughts on this game? I'm gonna read out some comments now. So if you have something insightful to say about this match, let me know. Let me know. So let me see what you guys are saying right here. So look, we have a question here from. I like to address everything, We have Benji Asari saying, Dominic, where is Ryan? Ryan's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing because the time, it's, you see what I'm saying? Like, the time is kind of not working out for us these days. He want to do his thing. I want to do my thing, but we want to do it at our own convenience. Like, for example, I come off of work. I don't want to go on live stream right away. I want to get a little 2-hour buffer, and I want to come and live stream at my own convenience. But if I do that, then it will be an inconvenience to him. You see what I mean? Plus, he did a live stream watch along today, and then he went live, and then it would be crazy if he went live again with me for the next 2 hours or so. So, yeah. I've been thinking I can't really, expect him to do what I do, to live stream with me on Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and Monday. And when I live stream, I just go however long I want to go. I just talk. You see what I'm saying? I just talk and talk about everything I want to talk about. You see what I mean? So sometimes it gets a little tricky there, and that's the explanation there. Thank you very much, Vununu Jeff Tay, $4.99 super sticker. Do appreciate that, guys. The super chat, super sticker. Just look at it like a tip jar. You know what I mean? If I say something nice, if I say something really good, if I add value, you drop one. It's like a tip. Look at me like a performer. You see what I'm saying? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna move on. Man. We have Benji says, I've heard. Thanks, Dominic. I'm watching you from Ghana. Big up to everybody from the motherland of Africa. Big up. And if you don't know where I'm from St. Vincent, but I do live in New York, USA, and everything, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's me right there. So look, anything you guys have to say about this? Big up to all the Liverpool fans in here. I know you guys are hyped up. I know Liverpool fans are hyped again. Liverpool fans are hyped again. They're winning games. They're happy. 6 points in 2 games. Tottenham and West Ham picked off. Liverpool fans are in good spirits. They're in good spirits. They're coming out of hiding again. They're coming out of hiding. So hello to all the Liverpool fans in here. I see y'all. I see you. Listen, I do not need binoculars. I do not need anything to see you. You see what I mean? Nothing else. Maybe, when you lose, maybe I'll need some infrared. Maybe I'll need some infrared to find you guys. But apart from that, when you guys are winning, you come out in your numbers. So definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate everybody in here right about now. Like the video. Big up. So good win for Crystal Palace. At least the crystal ship did not sink. Didn't sink. You see what I mean? And the last time I spoke about Crystal Palace and I mentioned crystal ship, would the crystal ship sink? I asked anybody if they knew what I was talking about, and I said, or would they, something with the doors. It's an analogy for the the rock band, the legendary rock band, the Doors. So go and check out that song by the Doors called Crystal Ship. It's an awesome song. So we will move on. If you guys have anything to, ask me, feel free to do so. Okay, we got another super chat here from Robbie Lewis. If you have any questions and the chat's going crazy, you drop a super chat. I must see it. Don't ever forget that. And also the members of the channel, I will also see their comments. So big up to all the members in here right about now. I see you, man. I see ya. Appreciate ya. And all the mods. Big up to all the mods in here already. So yeah, Robbie Lewis, he says, Liverpool back on track is City's worst nightmare. Too many games to go. Let me take a sip of my beer before I talk about this one, okay? Yeah. Okay. Liverpool back on track is City's worst nightmare. Look, City's worst nightmare could only be City right about now, because if you look at where we're at and how we're doing, only City could stop City right now. If we beat Burnley, we would stretch after 21 games, where Liverpool have 21 games and United and Leicester, all of them, we would stretch our lead ahead of United to 6 and the lead ahead of Liverpool to 7. And Leicester to what, 9? What nightmare? What are you talking about? Right now we having sweet dreams of the title. Sweet dreams of the title. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Listen, sweet dreams are the title right now, okay? Everybody's looking for something. Look here. Look. The game against Liverpool is big. It's going to be a big game. If the game ends in a draw, Liverpool can't afford to draw this game. They have to beat City. Liverpool has to beat City. Next weekend, let me repeat. Liverpool has to beat City. If you beat City now, you close the gap. You're just a little closer. You're just a little closer. And 4 points closer is, still a little gap there. And then you have to hope and pray now that Man City draw points. That's the scenario. So there is a little cushion caused by Liverpool after that bad stretch of 5 games. Ain't no nightmare right about now. All right? Liverpool are under pressure. Not City. Definitely not. So we're going to move on to the next fixture. Big up to Dominic Rich F.C. The future looks bright for him. Definitely does. Just like how Wan-Bissaka, Aaron Wan-Bissaka came out Crystal Palace Academy player and everything, and did the business. He's playing at Man United now. Maybe he went to the wrong club. I don't. Listen. Who am I to say? But maybe I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. But Izzy, this guy is special. This guy is special. But we will move on to the next match. West Brom 2, Fulham 2. This is a game I was actually following while I think the City game was playing. This was one of the other games I was playing at the same time. What a game, man. What a roller coaster game. West Brom coming from behind and everything. And I think they went ahead and then Fulham came back into this game. What a game. What a game. This was a 6-pointer, a scrap at the bottom. And both teams missed the chance to actually pick up 3 points here. It would have been a massive 3 points. These bottom teams can't be doing this. They can't keep doing this. You can't keep drawing the games against the teams you have to win games against. You get what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, are you with me? Are you with me? 1 point apiece here ain't good enough because guess what? Look at the teams ahead of them. Gone. You see what I'm saying? 8 points ahead. Gone. You look at the table just for verification purposes. Fulham 14th. Well, Brighton 7 points. You see? 7 and 8 points. Burnley and Newcastle. You could throw Wolves in there now. Gone. Gone. Okay? This is a game. If Fulham won this game, they would have, listen, these 3 teams at the bottom, they look doomed. They look doomed right now. Fulham, no wins in their last 5. They keep drawing games. Draws are not going to get you anywhere. They're not going to get you anywhere. Fulham has 18 games. If they pick up 18 draws, they would only end with 32 points. You need 3 points, man. You need 3 points. They're doomed. They're doomed. So are West Brom and Sheffield. Unless they go on some crazy run and the teams above them just stop picking up points, these 3 teams are going down. They're going down. But in this game, we had goals from Bobby Reid. When I saw Bobby Reid score, I'm like, yeah, this is what I like to see. Bobby Reid on the score sheet, you know what I'm saying? Very clinical. And then I see he hit the freaking post. And that reminded me of playing FIFA 21. You're doing good, you're hitting them, bam, bam, next thing you hit the freaking post. You're like, God damn, what else could go wrong today? So if Bobby Reid had scored that, they would have gone 2-0 up and it could have been a different outcome. But Kyle Bartley, of all people, equalized for West Brom. And then Mateus Pereira put them ahead. And the debutant, Mbaya Diagne, I think he came over from Galatasaray, if I'm not mistaken. But also, you got to give credit to Big Sam here. I saw he did something in the game. 24th minute, he took off Dara O'Shea and brought on Colin Grant. 24 minutes he did that. And in the end, it proved to work. They almost won the game. And Mbaya Diagne came on in the 46th minute for Callum Robinson. And Matt Phillips came on late for Jake Livermore. And look. Good comeback here for West Brom. Good point. Ivan Cavallero, who I've been talking a lot of shit about, picked up the goal. I was like, Cavallero, I see you, he got this big smile, Cavallero, I see you with that header, man. That was a good header. Harrison Reed with the assist. 2-2. Fulham 2, West Brom 2. So Sam Allardyce, he looked a bit worried when they conceded that first goal, but worked his little magic there, brought them back. But 1 point ain't good enough, man. And when Bobby Reid scored, I was like, oh my God, here we go at the Hawthorns again. Here we go. West Brom's going to get knocked out the park again. They're going to get hit for 6. Didn't happen. So 1 point apiece. And as I said earlier, these teams need wins, not draws. Draws are not helpful. Unless you're playing against the bigger teams and you get a draw, yeah. But you're playing against teams that are beatable, you have to win the blood clean games, okay? You got to win the games, man. Alex Jones, what's up? A Leeds friend here. I just subbed to your channel, fam. Good luck and just do you. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody in here right now. We got 98 likes. Hit the thumbs up button if you're yet to do so. Big up to everybody in here. I keep shouting you out, so you can't say that I didn't shout you out. I keep shouting you and you and you out. Remember, this thing is nothing without you. Forget about me. It ain't nothing without you. Remember that. So I do appreciate you, man. So for West Brom, they got Sheffield United next. What happened against Sheffield earlier in the season? West Brom picked up a win, and that was a home win. That was a rare home win for them. They will be on the road where they have been a lot better. And Big Sam, this is the other thing. This is what I was just talking about. Bottom scrap. Bottom scrap. Sheffield or West Brom, y'all got to win this game. No draws here. You cannot draw this game. This will be on Tuesday, February the 2nd. The first game's in February. You have to freaking pick up 3 points. It won't be easy, though. Sheffield United, they put Man United to the sword. They almost picked up something against Man City, and they are fighting. You know what I mean? They're fighting. They are down, almost out, but they're not giving up, and that's very, very good, man. That's very good. They are going to stick with Chris Wilder and try to come back up if they do go down. So for West Brom, Tottenham, Man United, Burnley, not easy fixtures coming up at all. These fixtures are tough. These fixtures are tough, man. I'm telling you, man. So for Fulham, they have Leicester. Leicester kind of down right now. No Jamie Vardy, so they could take advantage of Leicester. What happened with the Leicester game early on in the season? Fulham picked up a win. So, you see, it's a game they could actually win. It's a winnable game. Then they have a London derby against West Ham. And then they have Everton, Sheffield, Crystal Palace. There's a few games where they can win. And look, it's in your hands, man. It's in your hands. The next 5 games, if you win them all, you pick up 15 points, Listen to me. You pick up 15 points. You pick up 15 points. You go up to 29 points. Your season's saved. But you got to win them all, man. You got to be greedy, and you got to win them all. You can't be like, let's play for a draw here. Let's play for a draw. You know what? If you get a draw, it's... No, win them all, man. Go out there, play your skins out, and win the football game. It's easier said than done, though. It is. It is easier said than done. So the next game we're going to move on to, we're going to move right on. We're going to keep it moving. And we're going to talk about the Arsenal Man United game. This one's going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. Yeah. 0-0. Whole lot of misses in this game, you know what I'm saying? Whole lot of misses in this game on both sides, but especially Manchester United, man. You know what I mean? Cavani, two easy chances missed. Whole lot of chances, man. You know what I mean? I don't need to point players out. Let me stop pointing fingers. But United, you had to beat Arsenal. I predicted them to beat Arsenal. This is an Arsenal team. And no disrespect to the players who played, but this is an Arsenal team without Aubameyang, without Bukayo Saka. You know what I'm saying? And who else was actually missing from this? Kieran Tierney was missing. I think he tear his knee again. He was missing. Maybe not his knee. Maybe he had another problem. But it was a depleted Arsenal 11. And they still went out there and they picked up a point. I think this is a point gained for Arsenal and not 2 points drop. I think this is 2 points drop for United, however, because if you really look at the lineup, though, and I was talking about this morning, I was talking about how United are not... Look, we know Arsenal are not title contenders. unless something miraculous happens. We know that. We know they're not title contenders, okay? We could accept that. Arsenal fans and the Arsenal team knows this. They could accept this and they could move on with their lives. But for the United team and the United fans, they start talking up a whole bunch of things about title and title. You're not in no title race. You're not in no title race. Maybe you're part of the human race or the rat race, but not a title race. Not a title race. It ain't. It's listen, with this type of performance, losing to Sheffield, now you're drawing to Arsenal, and no disrespect to Arsenal, but you had to beat Arsenal. But with that being said, they haven't been good against Arsenal for about 6 games. They lost to Arsenal the reverse fixture. And that was the first time Arsenal beat United at Old Trafford in 15 years or so? So, you be the judge. You be the judge. Who in their right minds, you know what? When they're playing well and they're atop the table, you have a thought about it and you're like, oh, could it actually happen? Could it happen? Could it happen? You know what I'm saying? But then you lose to Sheffield. And then you draw to Arsenal. Like, come on. That is 1 point in a possible 6. One, you know. That is 5 points drop, man. By the time you drop 5 points, Liverpool just gained 6. You see what I'm saying? Listen. That right there deserves one of these. You see what I'm saying? When you drop 5, Liverpool just gained 6. And they're just 1 point behind you now. See? What title race you talking about? You ain't in no damn title race playing like that. Overly dependent on Bruno Fernandes. You notice when United not getting penalties, what happening? You see? You ain't pick up no points against City. I know that the game draw. You draw against Liverpool, and you have not beaten a single top 6 team. Along with Leicester City too. Leicester now a top 6 team. You could say a top 7. You haven't beaten a top 7 opposition. How are you going to win a title like that when you can't beat your peers? How you can't beat the people that you're rubbing shoulders with and you're talking about title? Liverpool do it. Leicester do it. City do it. Tottenham spanked you. Arsenal spanked you. So how? You don't know. United don't know who to play up top. You don't know who to play. Okay, how are you going to win a title if you don't know who is your best striker? Please tell me. The team ain't settled. The team ain't settled. How could you win a title if you don't know whether to play Cavani or Martial up top? How could you win a title if you keep switching around the guys in the midfield? And this is not rotation, you know. This is definitely not rotation. This is indecision. This is indecision on the manager's behalf. You don't know who your best centre-back pair in. One game, you want to play Tuanzebe. Next thing, you want to play Bailly. Next thing, you want to play Lindelof. Stick to one pairing. And then now and again, you switch. You give a player rest. If you notice the player is tight, kind of leggy, or the player is showing signs that he needs a rest, or if the player asks for a rest. Okay? If the player don't ask for the rest, why you resting him and you winning? Tell me. Does that make any sense what Solskjaer does? No, it doesn't. Luke Shaw playing well. You know what? It's Sheffield United, man. You know what? Tellez come through, man. Listen, if it's up to me, Tellez don't play. Once Shaw is playing well, Tellez don't play until you're winning the game and you want to say, Shaw, take a rest now. Tellez come on for 20 minutes. Why are managers so hell-bent on switching up teams. I know the schedule is kind of hectic, but okay, go ahead, switch it up. Unless you have the type of depth, like say Man City, and right about now, I see that the Liverpool backup brigade are stepping up. Unless your backup brigade is going to step up. Look, don't get me wrong. Rotate. But if they're not stepping up, you can't rotate. You really can't. You got to play the same team. You got to keep playing the same team over and over again. You got to do like a Burnley. You know, they do that a lot. You got to do a Burnley and play the same 11 over and over again if it's working. You see what I mean? So in this game, man, it's a 0-0, you know, and even though the game was a 0-0, I still have a lot to talk about. Nicolas Pepe with the step overs, man. This guy did so many step overs that when he was ready to get his shot off, the shot was weak because he ran out of energy doing the step overs. This is humorous. I'm telling you, humorous. But I think Cedric played well. Cedric, and listen, let's not even talk. I was looking down my timeline on YouTube and I saw AFTV video. I didn't watch the video. I just scrolled and saw the video. And there's a guy on there by the name of Yardman. I think it's Yardman who said that Thomas Partey had a great game or something. Thomas Partey gave away the ball about 38 times. And you guys don't know where the 38 come from too. Thomas Partey gave away the ball a lot. He gave away the ball a lot, man. He didn't play well. Arsenal were lucky to get a point there. United, you deserve some licks. You deserve a beating. You should have won the game. Man. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't the most entertaining game, 0-0, and you know, whole lot of missed chances, whole lot of. If you're a person who never watched League R, you don't even realize that Cavani is used to doing things like that. He always missed chances, always. He score a lot because okay, let's say Cavani get 10 chances, he might score 3, you know? But then he gets 100 chances, you know what I mean? So 10 by 3, he ends up with 30 goals. See that? See exactly what I'm talking about. So United are second with only 2 wins in their last 5 games. They're kind of falling off the boil a bit there. Again, they're not getting penalties. Have you guys noticed that? They ain't getting the penalties. They ain't getting the freebie goals. And they're struggling. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal are 10th. They dropped back in the table, but they're unbeaten in the league since Boxing Day. Since Christmas, Arsenal have been the second best team behind Man City. So big up to the Gunners for their consistency, you know? Big up to them for their consistency. And shout outs to Martin Odegaard as well. Arsenal signing from Real Madrid on loan for the rest of the season, and he made his debut. Willian came on. I think Willian kind of had an okay game. I've been really critical of Willian lately, but he didn't do too bad. He didn't do too bad at all. From what I recall, Willian did not have a bad game, and he is the most capped Brazilian in the Premier League as well, along with Lucas Leiva. And I think after that is Fernandinho. So shout outs to the Brazilians in the Premier League. If you want to make a combined Brazilian in the Premier League 11, that would be a hell of an 11, man. You know what I'm saying? Edison or Alisson in goal. You know, you got Gabriel Jesus. You got Richarlison. You got Willian. The team is nice. David Luiz, Thiago Silva, Fernandinho, Douglas Luiz, Fabinho. The team. Firmino, the team is wicked. Premier League Brazilian 11 is on fire. So look, for these two teams though, what comes next? What comes next? For Arsenal, they would just want to continue playing some good football, play consistently, take it one game at a time, keep introducing the youths like Emil Smith-Rowe, who had another great game. Saka had to miss the game through injury. Lacazette have been playing well. Aubameyang, his mom is going through some, stuff there. I think some illness, so he's with his mom. You only have one mom, so you got to do your thing. Football would always be there. Mom will not. So they just coming into their own right now. They're defending well. Burnley doing a great job, and they're still dealing with their injuries. Arsenal right now, I predicted them to come in fourth. It's still reachable, It is still attainable because they got 31 points, and between 10th and 4th, 8 points. 8 points separate them. And we know you can get 6 points like this, 6 to 8 points like this, and the team that you have to catch could drop the same amount of points. Man United. Man United. Liverpool catching up there. So for Arsenal, though, their next game is against Wolves. Wolves is a good team to play. Right? They're either a good team or a bad team to play. They're losing, but they could bounce back at any time. A wounded wolf is very dangerous. So be careful, Arsenal. Then you have Villa, Leeds. The next couple fixtures are very tricky, and then Benfica in the Europa League. February will be a big month. Big month, a lot of content, Champions League content, Europa League content. It's going to be a nice month, man. You know what I'm saying? So stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Stay away from the big crowds so that you could survive to see February, because it will be good. Champions League round of 16. Ooh, bear. Juicy. Liverpool, Leipzig, City, Gladbach, Atletico, Chelsea. Listen, these games are good. These are some good-ass games coming up. United are in the Europa League, though. So, good luck. Good luck to them. So, for United, in the middle of the week, they got Southampton. And we know Southampton is a very tricky opposition. Then Everton, West Ham, West Brom, and then Real Sociedad in the Europa League. So, they do have the Europa League football there to contend with. And I won't be looking forward to Europa League if I was a Man United fan. Imagine guys right now, right? For the Liverpool and the City fans in here right now, right? Do you even want to play Europa League? Like, listen, man, if I qualify for the Europa League, to be complete, no disrespect to the Europa League. Like, if I qualify for the Europa League right now, somebody else could just take it. You see what I mean? Like, West Ham or Everton, Villa, take the Europa League, man. I'll pass. Take the money, everything that comes with it, the glory, the glamour, the glitz. Just take it. I'm good. Have the Europa League. I don't want it. I really don't want it. I don't. So, 0-0 between Arsenal and United there. Wasn't the greatest spectacle, but still good for the teams around them that they picked up 1 point apiece. The next match, Southampton 0, Aston Villa 1. Good game. I watched this one. Good bounce back there for Villa. They needed this win, and it came courtesy of a 41st minute goal by Ross Barkley. Really neat header from a Jack Grealish cross. And guys, Jack Grealish has 11 assists this season already. 11 assists. And I think Villa only played like 19 games. Yeah. 11 assists in 19 games is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This guy is so damn good, man. He's so talented. And the way he runs so fast with the ball. He goes down like so easily, so that's a good thing too if you have a good set piece take on the field and everything. And he just creates he's just a nightmare for opposition teams. But for Southampton, man, they struggled with injury here. Diallo had to go off. Theo Walcott had to go off, and these happened within the space of 5 minutes. On came Jenipo, on came Che Adams. They tried their best, but just wasn't good enough. Romeo came off late, and a player by the name of Alexandre Yankovic came on. Yankovic, I never heard about this guy. Don't know if he's making his debut or not. But for Aston Villa, they only made one sub. Nakamba, Ross Barkley, in the 96th minute. I think Nakamba came on for like 30 seconds. So Dean Smith played the guys from start to finish, and it worked out, man. It worked out. You know what I'm saying? Really, really good game here, man. I can't remember all the little itty bitty details that happened in the game, but I did watch the game, and that happens when you watch 10 games for what? Well, I didn't watch 10 games. Some games were playing at the same time. 6 to 7 games every week. You know what I'm saying? It is very difficult to remember everything. But I know Southampton fought well. They fought hard. And one big talking point from this game is that Danny Ings goal, maybe it should have stood. VAR thing, I don't like the shoulder thing, man. The shirt sleeve, man. You know, I don't like that. What if a play, you know what? What if he had on long sleeves? How could you have judged if it hit, if it was the right, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. It was just ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. I think Southampton should have got the draw here. That goal should have stood. It should have stood. It definitely should have stood. It was too close, man. Too close for the lines and everything, and to judge where it's cutting off. It's so, like, subjective. Like, who decides where it cuts off? You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Just simply ridiculous. So Hasenhuttl will feel very, very aggrieved by that. Southampton, they need wins, man. They haven't been playing well. Lost to Villa, lost to Arsenal in the league. They did beat them in the cup, and they lost to Leicester. They did beat Liverpool, but that was a one-off thing there. Due to West Ham, due to Fulham, lost to City. You see that? Due to us, they have been in very bad form in 2021, man. So that won't help. That won't help their confidence at all. But for Villa, though, good stuff, man. They're having a great season. Villa have spent a lot of money. Villa have spent from since last season to now. I think Villa have spent about. Wait, is it last season or this season? Villa have spent a lot of money. I think Villa have hit 100 mil again, man. Let me double check this. I think Villa hit 100 mil again. I think they have transfers for Villa. Let me check this. Current season's transfers for Aston Villa. Well, for this season, arrivals, yeah, Villa spent 100 million euros this season. 100 million euros. 100 million euros. Where they getting this money from? You know what I'm saying? Where? This is crazy. And they only made 2 million from sales. For the disclosed amount of, the fees that were disclosed. 2 million. Villa spent 100 million. They brought in Ollie Watkins for 30 million euros. They brought in Bertrand Traore for 18.4. Emiliano Martinez, who is proven to be one of the best signings. He pulled off, oh my God, man. This guy pulled off some kind of saves in this game. I don't know what he's having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This guy is one of the best signings, if not the best signing this season. So we have Thriller saying, I read that Messi is suing the newspaper company for leaking his contract details. Yeah, I saw something like that too. I wanted to talk about that last night, but I was so tired, man. I had to pick up my wife after 12 last night, 12 in the morning. And when I got home, I was like, oh man, I can't go back in front of the camera right now. That's not good. A player who Aston Villa have just signed is Morgan Sanson from Olympique de Marseille. A midfielder, 26 years old, 15.8 million euros. Matty Cash, 15.75. Ross Barkley on loan. I think they should sign Ross Barkley on a permanent basis from Chelsea. Ross Barkley, don't go back to Chelsea if you know what's good for you. Stay at Villa. You're looking good over there. Do not go back. Take it from me. But Villa have spent a lot of money, and it's actually paying off. You know, it's a different thing if you spend the money and it doesn't work, like what Fulham did 3 seasons ago, and what almost happened to Villa last season. But right now, Villa are ninth. They got 32 points. They don't have to worry about relegation. It's probably one of the best seasons they have in ever for a very long time, and they could breathe easy. You see what I'm saying? They could breathe easy. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to breathe in like, oh, you know what? I won't say what I was gonna say. You know, I don't want to offend anybody, but well done, Villa. Well done. Needed that win very, very badly. Needed it badly. So we're gonna move on to the next game. What are you guys saying in the chat though? Big up to everybody in here. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Definitely appreciate that. What are you guys saying right now? Is anybody saying anything good? Anybody saying anything good right now? RIP to Bale. Even though he disgraced us at the 2018 final with Karius, the worst goalkeeper in UCL history. Yeah, Bale haven't been that good since though. The crazy thing is Bale does play well for Wales, you know. He does play well for Wales. Big up the Jersey Boy in here as well. Guys, last night I found out that Jersey Boy had a YouTube channel. He got like 1 point something subs, 1K something. I didn't even know Jersey Boy was a YouTuber. So big up to Jersey Boy in the house right about now. So big up to Demo. Southampton should have had a penalty. What? For what? Handball or something? I can't remember. And another thing I noticed is that a lot of those handballs are not being given. It's crazy that at the beginning of the season, they're giving handball for everything. They're giving it is funny, you know? It is funny. Listen to this. Let me hit you. Oh, Matty Cash handed the ball. Look, let me tell you. It ain't no handball. Look, let me tell you what's going on. At the beginning of the season, for those of you guys who play FIFA, it was like FIFA 21. It doesn't even matter if the ball brush your finger or it pass and hit a hair. Penalty. Penalty, okay? That's what was happening at the beginning of the season, but it has changed. It has changed. So stop crying out for penalties every time the ball hit the hands. Stop it. Stop it. Shout outs, Thriller, Garrett Wills. Lovely, man. So yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna move on to the next game. All the best to Southampton, all the best to Villa. And before we do though, we do have to double check and see who these teams have next. Just to touch on that. For Southampton, they got Man United. That's a big game. Newcastle, Wolves in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Wolves again, Chelsea. Some tough fixtures coming for Southampton. They better start winning some games. But in terms of relegation and all of that, they'll be all right. But losing 3 games in a row, you got to bounce back. It's about time. It's about time to bounce back, man. It's about time to bounce back. For Aston Villa, they play West Ham. So 2 Clareton Blues team playing. That's going to be a good game. Villa is a very, very attractive team. They're a good team to watch. Very good on the ice. Very, very good on the ice, man. So definitely looking forward to watching this game on Wednesday at 3:15 p.m. if there's not another game that I have to actually watch. You know what I mean? When is the City game next week, though? When we play? Let me see that. We playing Burnley on Wednesday, 1 p.m. Yeah, so after the City game, definitely we'll catch one of those games. Sunday at 11:30 for City versus Liverpool. Who's looking forward to that one? Maybe I have to bring my boy Demo Dre in the studio. Demo Dre, I've been thinking about that, you know. I gotta bring you. Where's my other mic? I have another mic. I could hook it up here, set up the thing nice, see if it's working, make sure it's good. And, I could scoot over here a bit, and you could go right there and we could chop it up. You see what I mean? Or maybe we don't even need another mic. Maybe this one mic would be good, and we could talk about Liverpool versus City. You see what I'm saying? Make sure you do your COVID test and all of that. You know what I mean? But I know you ain't got no COVID-19 or nothing though. I know you ain't. But that is something that we could actually do. We could do that though, because that's a big game. This boy needs to stop running upstairs though. Needs to definitely stop. So we're gonna move on to the next game. And that game, we have a lot more games to talk about though. A lot more games to talk about. Maybe not a whole lot, but a few more. A few more. Okay, the next game I want to talk about, this one is a good one. Chelsea 2, Burnley 0. So Burnley basically knocked off their high horse after beating Liverpool, beating Villa, coming from behind and all. That was a good game, the Burnley versus Villa game. And I actually thought that they could have done something against Chelsea. Maybe a draw, scrape a draw, introduce Thomas Tuchel to the Premier League some more. But this Chelsea team is different. This Chelsea team has been playing a lot differently. And it seems like all of a sudden they have something to prove. You know what I mean? Like if you're at work and you're in a situation where there's a manager and you don't really like the manager because the manager is not really for you, and then there's a new manager and then you get to start over fresh, and then that manager give you opportunities that the other manager did not give you. Now you have to prove yourself so that you could keep playing. Alonso, like Marcus Alonso, playing left wing back. Callum Hudson-Odoi, right wing back. Azpilicueta, who was Frank Lampard had basically lost faith in the man. Hardly playing him. Here, there, Now Azpilicueta, the club captain, starting games. Back-to-back games. Reece James did come off the bench. And the first game, Mount didn't start. And then Mount started this game. I think Thomas Tuchel kind of know what he's doing right now. Let's not talk too quick, but right now he got it under control. Only like a week or so, you know what I mean? It was all good just a week ago, Lampard, but you're gone. You know what I'm saying? But look here. This Chelsea team look rejuvenated, man. They look like they have more of a cutting edge to them. Like they actually have something to prove. And as I said, new manager in, the players want to prove themselves. They want to prove themselves. Apart from the likes of Timo Werner, who is still struggling in front of goal, and, Tammy Abraham and them guys, they didn't score. It took the veterans. It took the defenders to come up and score. And that's a little worrying, but still, they're goods. They still produce the goods. But that was an exquisite goal by Azpilicueta, man. Oh, my God. That was a great run, great overlap. Callum Hudson-Odoi with the presence of mind to just play him in for his second assist this season. Azpilicueta's first goal. And that was one of the best goals. It's not easy to beat Nick Pope, man. Nick Pope ain't that easy to beat. He's big, tall, and he's skillful. But that was unstoppable. That shot from Azpilicueta was unstoppable. And Marcus Alonso scored in the 84th minute when Burnley trying to get back into game, get an equalizer to get a point, and left themselves open there. Really, really nice footwork by Marcus Alonso to take the ball down and everything and put it in the back of the net. Good win for Chelsea. Really, really good win. So if you look at Thomas Tuchel's formation here, you know what I mean? Let's talk a little bit of tactics, you know what I'm saying? Look at his formation. Look at the choice of players that he chose to start. 3 at the back with wing backs. And remember the other day I was talking about Jorginho and how important a player like Jorginho could be to not to even Thomas Tuchel's system, to Chelsea's system. And if you see what Lampard, it seems like he had favorites. Seems like he had favorites. He was keeping Jorginho out the team, and he was keeping Aspilicueta. He listen. People didn't even realize Marcos Alonso was still at the club, and it wasn't working. It wasn't working. Wasn't. It wasn't working. But Thomas Tuchel, 2 games, 4 points. Chelsea was really, really, really struggling before Thomas Tuchel came in. They were struggling badly. And in the last live stream, I think we really, really looked back at the results, and we came to the realization and we agreed that Frank Lampard did need to get the sack. He did need to get the sack. You see what I mean? He needed to get sacked. So got sacked. No, I almost said Benjamin Mendy. Edward Mendy hardly had anything to do, apart from I think it was like late in the game he had to come out and he was like kind of indecisive or something, But he wasn't a very, very busy man on the day at all. You know what I mean? Not a very, very busy man. So Burnley, it's very difficult for them to win 3 on the trot. It's hard. This is Burnley we're talking about. I think they did that three years ago, but it was a little bit too much to ask of Burnley to win 3 games in a row. At the beginning of the game, before Chelsea scored, I was kind of worried for Chelsea, because they were getting the chances, and Mason Mount keep blasting the ball. He kept blasting the ball over, man. Everybody kept blasting the ball over, like just blasting it over. And I'm like, Chelsea, just settle down, take your time, and break down this Burnley team. Take your time, man. What's the rush for? Why the rush? Why the rush? And then it all came together, and it happened. Burnley had 1 single shot at goal, none on target. None on target. And when I watch Rudiger run, when I watch these players run, they're running like they're trying to impress this manager. And that's a good thing. If I'm Tuchel, I'm like, you better impress me if you want to play. You better impress me. You see what I'm saying? So another thing too, you could see with Lampard, Tuchel came in right away, and I know Zuma is a very good defender. I know he's been one of Lampard's favorite players, and it goes back to where I was talking about favoritism. No Zuma. He has not played yet. You see, it's been Rudiger and it's been Thiago Silva. If that's going to work, I think that's going to be the partnership going forward. I think that's what he has to do. You can't be complacent. There are positions where you can rotate, like a Mount for a Havertz sometimes, or a Pulisic for maybe a Werner. And I think Ziyech was missing from the game because he was deemed not to be fit enough. They don't want to risk Ziyech. And I think when he starts to get involved again, it would be something different. Ben Chilwell, man. Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell was rested for this game. I think Ben Chilwell did start the first game against Wolves. Let me double check this thing. Yeah, he did start the game against Wolves. So you could see like a whole rotation thing gonna happen there too. Or maybe from what Tuchel saw in training or from the first game, he didn't like what he see with Chilwell. He tried Alonso. And if Alonso get into this team, it might be hard to get him out. And there were talks that Alonso could be leaving the club as well. Don't know if that is still a thing, but Chelsea does have the tools. They do have the tools. They have the arsenal, and I don't mean Arsenal, the football team, but they do have the arsenal, the wide range of weaponry to do the business. You just need somebody who knows what they're doing to make it happen. And that's what I have to say about the whole Chelsea performance. Could they turn that season around? Maybe. It's difficult to call. It is difficult to call. They have Atletico Madrid, who are basically running riot in the La Liga. it's going to be tough for them to beat Atleti. It could happen. That's tournament football. It could happen. But their main focus has to be the Premier League. Got to be the Premier League. They got to aim to get top four. Top four is a priority for Chelsea right now. And, it is attainable. It is attainable when everyone around you keep dropping points. Chelsea is 7th. They got 33 points. They are 6 points off top four. Leicester, who got the complacency creeping back into their game again. And it is a possibility. As for Burnley, I think they have done very, very well to climb out of the relegation area to 16th. They got 22 points, 2 wins, 3 losses in the last 5. And Burnley is just going to keep being Burnley. Alan Pace just took over the club and everything. He's hands-on with the team and everything. So he's an American businessman, and he's looking to take the team to the next level. So I'm looking to see some new signings maybe this summer, some more ambitious signings from Burnley, and not with the older reject guys from those other Premier League teams or from the Championship. I want to see some intent from Burnley going forward. But they tried, but Chelsea were just too good for them on the day. Or maybe it's just too much to ask of Burnley to win 3 games in a row here. So for Chelsea, for the Blues, their next game coming up will be, oh man. Tottenham. Oh boy. London derby here. It could get really ugly. It could get really ugly for Tottenham. It could get really, really ugly for Tottenham, man. It could get ugly. It could get ugly. We're going to get to them pretty soon. I think we talk about them next. We talk about them next, man. It could get ugly for them, man. It could get ugly for them. For Burnley, look, it is going to get very ugly. They play Man City next, and I won't say more. I'll talk about that tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow to do the predictions for this week's fixtures. That's how dedicated I am to, getting these videos, these live streams out to you. And that's how dedicated I am to just, showing up, hanging out, basically. Hanging out. I could be doing anything else in the world right now, and you could be doing anything else in the world right now, but you're here with me. There's a lot of YouTube channels doing the same goddamn thing I'm doing, but you're here, and I'd like to thank you very much. Appreciate it. I am more thankful these days because I've came to realize how important it is. You see what I mean? And I'm like, God, some people take this thing for granted, But it is important that you thank the people that's watching the video. So appreciate that, man. Smash a like on the video, and we're going to keep moving. Definitely going to keep this one moving. I think I did a pretty good job on the Chelsea Burnley game, though. I'm proud of myself sometimes when I talk well about these matches, because it is not easy, man. It ain't easy. It ain't easy at all. The next game, Leicester 1, Leeds 3. I did predict Leeds to beat Leicester. I did. Told you. But I didn't get a lot right this weekend. I got the City one right. I got this one right. I got Liverpool right. And I got a few more here and there. I didn't do too bad. But I didn't do great either. I didn't do great. So big up to Thriller from Manila. Dom, your dedication is strong like that sunset rum from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Thriller, you dropping a fire, bro. Don't do that to them, bro. Don't do that. Thriller, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You're hitting them with the punchlines, man. Man. Listen, you drink some sunset rum and it's cold outside, you will immediately feel warm again. And if you're out there and you're wondering if that's a thing, yeah, it is a thing. But if you're not at the right age, do not drink no sunset or no vodka or anything, though. But appreciate it. And big up to everybody watching. Big up to all the lurkers as well. If you're watching and you're not saying anything, big up to you. Love you too. Definitely. So Leicester versus Leeds, man. This was a good game. Very, very, very good game, man. Both teams started out the blocks really fast. Harvey Barnes scored, set up by Madison. Harvey Barnes' seventh goal this season, and that was a good goal. Barnes, just driving the ball from his own half into the next half, laying it off, getting it back. Good shot. This is what Harvey Barnes have improved in his game, his end product. He is a more confident lad these days, and he won't be at Leicester for a very long time. Or maybe he will. Maybe he'll go on to be a Leicester legend, like Schmeichel, or like Vardy. But that was a good goal. Unfortunately, though, for Leicester, that was their only goal. So they yet again drop points from a winning position there. Drop points from a winning position. And we all know Leicester have not been that good at home this season. Leeds, on the other hand, have been good on the road, though. They have been good on the road. So shout outs to them. Rodrigo picked up an injury in this game, so get well soon. And on came Matthias Klick. Leeds started clicking. Stuart Dallas with the equalizer, his fourth goal this season, set up by Patrick Bamford with his fourth assist. Before I go on, Bamford, man of the match. Patrick Bamford, player of the match. Big up to Patrick Bamford, man. So, James Maddison, it was James Maddison who did score a goal. Somebody scored. I think it was Maddison who scored a goal, but it was ruled out. No, it was Ayoze Perez. Ayoze Perez scored a goal, and it was ruled out for I think it was offside. He was offside. So that was some reprieve there for Leeds United, but they got their act together a bit after equalizing. And it was 1-1 at halftime. I think in the second half, Leicester came out and they showed a lot of intent early on in the second half. They were really, really, really testing Leeds United. But after Leeds withstood that barrage of, attack, they pulled things back. And Bamford, listen, that Bamford goal, amazing, man. Big up to Patrick Bamford, who now has 11 goals this season. That's more than a lot of top shutters. That's more than a lot of big strikers, Patrick Bamford. They said you were going to be a failure, but you proved them wrong. And a lot of people could learn from Patrick Bamford. Prove people wrong. That was a wicked left-footed shot, man. He knew what he wanted to do. You look back at the replay, he kept his head down. He made them think he wasn't going to shoot, and he knew where the goal was. This man knows the back of the net. And he blasted it. Schmeichel, no chance. Good goal. Set up by Rafinha. Rafinha has been very good too. Very, very good signing as well. He also had to go off injured. Helder Costa came on. Helder Costa has been MIA. Remember Helder Costa started the first maybe 7 or so games this season. He was heavily involved. And then since Rafinha came in, Helder Costa just disappeared. Poof. Disappeared, man. So to cap off this brilliant display by Leeds United, Jack Harrison, the man on loan from Man City. I think City needs to bring this guy back. 5th goal this season. Tap in. Nevertheless, tap in, set up by Bamford, who was very selfless. Really, really great breakaway. Leicester trying to get that equalizing goal, and they left themselves exposed at the back. Tap in, Patrick Bamford. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It was nice to actually see Ricardo Pereira come on in this game, a tactical switch there. Timothy Castagna off. Chagla Soyuncu came on as well. And Cengiz Under for Wesley Fofana. So props to Marcelo Bielsa and Leeds United. I think Brendan Rodgers might be dropping the ball here. Where is Ryan, man? He's always talking up Brendan Rodgers. What's going on here, man? You dropping points in back-to-back games as well, like Manchester United. You see what I'm saying? The complacency is kicking into these teams really hard. It's kicking. I know we're talking football, but the complacency is kicking in. It is kicking in. It's kicking in hard. So Leicester, you got to get your act together again. Okay? You got to get your act together again. You see like how all the King's horses and all the King's men put Humpty Dumpty together again? Leicester, you got to get your act together again. Come on. Come on, you're bugging out. You're bugging out. So, well played to Leeds. Not much more to talk about. I think Leicester definitely missing Jamie Vardy. We spoke about that. They are missing Jamie Vardy. He is the key ingredient missing here. Jamie Vardy and these players for Leicester, they have this telepathy between them. Jamie Vardy knows where to run. The other players know where to pass the ball, where Jamie Vardy is going to make the run. Okay? When you have Ayoze Perez up top, the whole dynamic changes. And Brendan Rodgers does not want to trust Kelechi Iheanacho, who Manchester City finessed Leicester out of millions of pounds for. They don't want to trust him. They don't want to trust him. And I don't know, man. I think Leicester are in the market for another midfielder. I think I heard that through the grapevine. You know what I mean? I heard it through the grapevine that Leicester City are looking for a new midfielder. But maybe that's what they might need. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need another striker to challenge Perez, and maybe they need to sell Iheanacho. You know what I mean? He's not doing anything, man. Not doing a goddamn thing. But also, big up to everybody in here. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. We are getting to the creme de la creme of fixtures. It's coming up. The City game is coming up. You guys are going to get to hear what I have to say about City. The Liverpool game coming up pretty soon. The Tottenham game coming up. And we are winding down. We are winding down. We're almost there. We are winding down. And when I say wind down, I don't mean like when you wind down a car window or something, you know. I mean, we are winding down, okay? We are finishing things off. So Leicester's next game is against Fulham. They got Wolves, Leicester versus Wolves. Listen, that is always a good derby, you know what I'm saying? That is a very, very good derby. What is that? The K9 derby? That is a good derby, you know what I mean? Then they got, Liverpool. Ooh, that's a good game. February 13th. Ooh, just before Valentine's Day. Mwah, take that. Oh, that's going to be a good game. That is going to... Remember what happened to Leicester when they met Liverpool early on in the season? So let's see what's going to happen there. That's going to be a good one. Going to be a very, very good one. For Leeds United, I think we touched on the Leeds fixture already. They play Everton, then they got Palace, Arsenal, and Wolves. Some good fixtures coming up for Marcelo Bielsa and his murder ball boys. You know, I like what Leeds do. They play some attractive football. Sometimes they're really bad. Other times they're really good. See what I'm saying? Don't be like Leeds. Have some consistency to your game. See what I'm saying? You can't sweet today and sour tomorrow. Nah. For Leeds right now, they're 12th. They got 29 points. They will play in the Premier League next year, barring a catastrophic last 18 games. They will play next year. And for Leicester, they dropped to 4th, overtaken by Liverpool. They got 39 points. Ah, boy. Complacency kicking in again for Leicester City. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. But another thing I have to mention in this game, though, before I move on, Melier, the goalkeeper, had a good game, you know what I'm saying? Had to pull off some really, really good saves in this game too, man. So yeah, gotta definitely mention Melier. Very, very good young French goalkeeper. The future looks bright for him. He keeps playing like that, he will win a World Cup eventually. See what I'm saying? Because he's doing a lot better. Maybe I'm going too far by saying he's doing a lot better than Lloris. But on the day, he did a lot better than Lloris, though. He definitely did a lot better. So the next game I want to talk about, guys, is the Brighton versus Tottenham Hotspur match. Big up, big up, big up, big up to Brighton, man. They deserve this win. Brighton and Hove Albion played Tottenham Hotspur off the park. They played them off the park. They 100% deserve the win. I want to hear nothing about, Tottenham were played off the park. They were outplayed, comprehensively beaten. It's only the last 15 minutes that they actually kind of threatened. Apart from that, listen. Heung-min Son was like a non-alcoholic beverage on the day without Harry Kane. Couldn't have put it any better. I was thinking about what I could actually say to describe Son, and then I came up. I was like, oh, yeah. Son was like a shandy. You see what I'm saying? A bottle of water. Heung-min Son today. When Harry Kane is around, liquor. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Tottenham, very, very poor. They have been in very, very bad form, and the wheels are falling off the freaking bus. The wheels are falling off the bus. That was nice. Hey! The wheels are falling off, man. The wheels on the bus go round and round. They're going around and around so much that they fell off. Insert expletive. They fell off. Mourinho with this negative style of football. Listen, man. Why we ever thought that Tottenham were actually going to challenge? Why? Why we ever did that to ourselves and thought that Tottenham were actually going to challenge? They're 33 points. They're stuck on 33 points. Like, come on, man. These are Tottenham's last few results, right? You lose to Brighton 1-0. Lose to Liverpool 3-1, right? You beat Sheffield. Okay. Taking advantage of poor Sheffield. Okay. You draw to Fulham, right? Stay with me. I know you beat Leeds, okay? Okay, you got a next win there. But you drew to Wolves. You lost to Leicester. Lost to Liverpool. Drew to Palace. Are you with me? They did beat Arsenal. Taking advantage of Arsenal there because Arsenal were going through a little bit of bad form there. Due to Chelsea. Did beat City. Good win. When they were beating City, beating West Brom, you know what I'm saying? They did beat Brighton early on. They were on top of the table, you know what I mean? Tottenham on top of the table. Oh my God. You will never see the top of the table again this season. You won't, because these guys were horrible on the day. Against Liverpool, let's backtrack to the Liverpool game. We're going to backtrack. We're going to backtrack to the Liverpool game, okay? We're going to backtrack to the Liverpool game. Diabolical. He didn't even play. Mourinho dropped him. Mourinho dropped Eric Diabolical. He got dropped. Mourinho, you don't even know who he wants. Look, very reactive type of manager. You have a bad game, he drop you. Think the players coming in going to do better? Maybe, but they didn't. He didn't. Rodon again. Alderweireld came in. Sanchez came in. Listen. Mourinho, what's going on here, man? Seriously. Aurier dropped. Are you with me? Aurier dropped. I don't even need to check back the last team sheet. Aurier dropped. Dougherty dropped. Dyer dropped. Harry Kane injured. You have Bale starting. Alderweireld came back. Ben Davies should have got dropped. It's simply because Reguilon isn't fit. Because Ben Davies was horrible against Brighton. You could blame him for the goal. all over the place. You see what I'm saying? All over the place. But great team goal, man. Great team goal from Brighton. Trossard with the goal. I think it was set up by Pascal Gross. And Graham Potter's team were all over Tottenham Hotspur. All over them. All over them, man. Like piranhas in the Amazon jungle over like bloody meat. All over them. You see what I'm saying? And they truly, truly deserve this win. They should have scored more. Connolly, I don't know how he didn't score that. But, credit to Alderweireld for sticking out the leg there. But that was a devastating breakaway. And they should have gotten 2 goals or more. They played well. They played really well. Also, shout outs to Yves Bissouma, man. That guy, underrated ball winner, Yves Bissouma. And I think the annoyingness and the tenacity of a player like Neil Maupay is sometimes underrated. Joel Veltman played good. Look, man, together, Dunk, Webster, White at the back, solid. Tottenham Hotspur poor, man. I think they only tested. Robert Sanchez was only tested once from Vinicius. That was a good shot by Vinicius. Apart from that, tame. Gareth Bale didn't have a good game, but you can't really point out and single out Bale because Bale tried. Bale was just, sum up what the team did on the day. Lamela came off the bench. The best thing he did was a tackle late. Lucas Moura, Vinicius. Well played, Brighton. Well played. Well played. Round of applause, man. Round of applause. Heiberg tried. Couldn't pull out the wonder goal today. Heung-min Son had a very, I don't know. This guy, like, he was really missing Harry Kane, man. And I think without Harry Kane in this team, they're going to struggle to pick up Premier League points. They will struggle hard. Because if you see what happened here against Liverpool, Harry Kane was playing, not fully fit, but if you see how Liverpool beat Tottenham and now Brighton beat Tottenham, listen, this is good for Expressions channel, People like Crisis, you know what I'm saying? And people want to go and watch him rant and all of that, you know what I mean? It's good for business, you know what I mean? It's just like when City, look, let me tell you, if Man City, you guys realize things were kind of calm on my channel in January because I talk a lot about City, I talk a lot about Liverpool and the whole Premier League and all. And when Liverpool are doing great, things are rosy over here. And if Liverpool are doing really good, it means that City are not doing so good. So you see that balance there? It's great for my channel. Not good for me personally, but just for the channel because people want to hear me rant about City. And then when I talk about Liverpool, I'm saying all good things. But when it's the other way around, when it's flipped, it's not good. Nobody want to hear me talk about how good City are. Nobody want to hear me talk about how bad Liverpool are. See? Simple. Tottenham, terrible, man. Terrible twos. Terrible last 2 game. Terrible. Brighton, 16 shots at goal, 5 on target. Tottenham, 8, 4 on target. Toothless. Baby. No teeth. No teeth. I didn't hear what Mourinho had to say in his interview, but I did listen to Lloris's interview. And, he's talking. He said some good things and all. But he said that they need to bounce back. Because if you don't bounce back, the other teams, you can't depend on what the other teams are doing. And he said they were top of the league because the other teams weren't even doing well. So Tottenham, maybe Arsenal are going to catch you soon. I know the Arsenal fans love that. Big up the Thriller from Manila. With that said, for Brighton, Hove and Albion, though, let's talk about Brighton and Hove Albion, man. Brighton and Hove Albion, they deserve this because they have been playing well. And if you look at their stats this season, they're 17th. They only got 4 wins, 9 draws, and 8 losses. This is not a reflection of how Brighton have played. Brighton, about 9 of those draws should have at least been 4 wins. Should have at least been 4 wins. A lot of times they lose games from winning positions, and they didn't do that today. They picked up their first home win, first win at the Amex Stadium today, and it's good. It will do a lot of good for their confidence, according to Leandro Trossard. I did watch his interview as well. So 4th win, 17 games to go for Brighton, 21 points now. You need 19 points from 17 games. How hard is that? All the best. Get him, Brighton. Get him. And with that being said, Brighton got Liverpool next. Ooh. That's gonna be a good one. You know why? Brighton did pick up a point last game from Liverpool. The reverse leg, Brighton got a point. So it is gonna be a good one, and it's not a good time. Look, it is not a good time to play Liverpool, but it's a good time to play Liverpool, seeing that you're coming off of a win yourself. Liverpool off of a win, back-to-back wins. Brighton coming off of a win. Nice. Very nice. Adam Lallana against his old team. Nice. Nice like sugar and spice. Nice. For Tottenham, Chelsea, it could get ugly. It could get ugly. Very, very, very it could get ugly. It could get really ugly. Thomas Tuchel versus Mourinho. Have these managers ever met before? I don't think so. Have they? I don't even know. I'll find out right now, as a matter of fact. I'll find out for you right now if they ever met each other. Spurs versus Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel versus Mourinho. Never. Never. Thomas Tuchel played against Tottenham twice. He won. Two games, 2 wins. Borussia Dortmund, 15-16 season. 2 games, 2 wins. So he does have a good record against Spurs. And Mourinho does not have a great record against Chelsea. So things could get really, really bad there. How are you guys doing in the chat, man? All 170 something of y'all. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Let's get today's live stream to 200 thumbs up. Let's do this. 200 thumbs up. Because the next game I'm going to talk about, is my team. I'm going to leave Liverpool for last, like I always do. I like to do that, you know what I'm saying? I like to leave Liverpool for last. I'm not saying that you're going to come last or anything. I just like to leave you for I like to leave you last for reasons. Tottenham, before I move on, let me clarify, they're 6th right now. Just about where they should be. Europa League, 6th. And Brighton, just outside the relegation zone, where I predict them to end at the end of the season, 17th. So, Brighton, if you don't let me down, you'll survive. Don't let me down and come in 18th, okay? You could do even better and come in 14th or 15th, but, yeah. Next game, man. Next game. Manchester City 1, Sheffield United 0. Before I start talking about this game, I want to hear your thoughts. If you have anything to say about what City is doing right now, let me know in the chat, and I'll read it out. I'll definitely read it out. So let me check the comments. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. So whatever thoughts you have and you want to share about City right now, let me know. Let me take a short intermission and take a few sips of this beer, you know what I'm saying? Can't a man drink a beer, for God's sake? Ah. Yeah. All right, so I didn't even realize I've been streaming for hour 49 minutes. Damn, I've been flowing well. All right. Global Global Ilham says Pep experiment for City. No, man, it ain't no experiment, man. It ain't no experiment. It's not an experiment. Pep knows exactly what he's doing, man. Prosper is saying City is just too good right now. I do agree with you, but we cannot be complacent. We cannot let the complacency kick in. We have to push on. You gotta push on. And it's look, I'm remembering the 18-19 season when Man City won 14 games on the trot. 14, 14. City got 18 games. Teams, be very careful here. Be very careful. Be careful. I'm warning you again. Be careful. All right? Man City are on some type of ridiculous form right about now. I don't know what the guys are having for breakfast, but since December 19th, there has been 12 wins on the trot in all competition. 12, You know how good it feels to go 12 wins? I've made 12 videos about City wins. Since the last time I made a video ranting about the West Brom draw. And before that, the United draw, well, I was kind of satisfied with that. And there was a period where, I had to talk about the Tottenham loss and then the Leicester loss, the Liverpool draw. So there was a lot of drama. There was a lot of action surrounding City. But when we're winning, everything is just like you're on the ocean and you're just cruising around. The sails are down, the wind ain't blowing, and you're just chilling. But when we're losing and we're drawing, the seas are rough, it's just, the waves are sky high and the boat is just rocking and it's just not good. But do I like it like that? No, I want it just like this. I want it just like this, you know what I mean? Want it like this. But look, going back to Sheffield United, they were coming off of a big win against United. And before that, I think they lost the game before that, but they did beat Newcastle. So let me verify that they did lose against Tottenham, but they beat Newcastle. So I was right. But they did have the win against Plymouth Argyle in the FA Cup in between there. So in 4 games, Sheffield had 3 wins. Whereas before they were really, really struggling, losing so many games. They were they were on 5 points or so. They were really, really struggling. They were actually on 2 points. They were on 2 points. So they're coming into the game on 8 points, buoyed by the win against United. I still can't believe Sheffield beat United. I'm still trying to understand how they did it. How did they do it? City weren't able to do it. Liverpool tried twice, couldn't do it. And Sheffield did it. So they came into the game with belief that they are going to defeat City. And a whole lot of other opposition fans, they wanted this to happen. I'm going to call you guys out. You guys wanted this. You guys wanted this and you believed that it could happen. But Man City are just defying all the negativity this season. Define the negativity. We're not conceding goals. We're not scoring a whole lot, but it's just steady. It is just steady. You see what I'm saying? It is just steady. Steady, not slow, but steady wins the race. Steady wins the race. It was only by a 1-0 margin. Gabriel Jesus set up by Ferran Torres. And Jesus needed this goal. Jesus needed this goal really, really bad. That is actually Jesus' 3rd Premier League goal this season. Ferran Torres, his 2nd assist in the Premier League. I like this. Ferran Torres worked his ass off to assist that goal. Ethan Ampadu, off his head. Ferran Torres, recovering the ball and just strong enough and skillful enough to get it to Jesus, who did his thing. You know, Jesus is skillful. He's very skillful. He's from the favelas in Brazil. I think he's from the favelas. And he's a street footballer. The man did his little footwork thing, tricked Ramsdale and put it past him. Goal. I think Ramsdale was very good on the day. We could have scored more, but Ramsdale was very, very good on the day. But City was just too good for Sheffield. I think there was only one occasion where Sheffield United actually made me feel nervous, was that John Fleck shot. That was a good shot. I was like, oh my God. Woo, that was close. That was close. That was close. But the boys have been playing well, man. Pep used one sub too, took off Ferran Torres in the 90th minute, to bring on Rodri. Pep, you're ridiculous. One sub in the 90th minute to bring on Rodri, man. So the team played well. Foden looking good again. Another, 90 minutes under his belt. He's looking good. Did his thing in the game. Ferran Torres, he was absent for most of the game, in my opinion. I don't think he was the best amongst the best on the day, but he did his thing, picked up the assist earlier. Gundogan, these guys were unlucky, Gundogan unlucky not to get on the score sheet on the day. When Fernandinho is in the team, there's just this assurance that you really don't worry about anything, man. Fernandinho is there. Laporte played. And I know a lot of people may be saying that, Laporte wasn't that good. It's strange to see Laporte now. He has not been starting games. So obviously he's not going to look at his best. Look, before everybody was praising Laporte. Oh, Laporte and Van Dijk are the best defenders in the league. Nobody's saying that no more because he hasn't been playing. Stones, who was rested. Stones was on the bench. We had Stones on the bench. And Laporte did his thing. I don't think he was the best. Ruben Diaz, again, is just so damn good. I don't know how this guy is so good. He's fast, times his tackles well, and he is so solid. So now you see who is the reason for the miserly defense. Who is the reason why we're not conceding goals? Ruben Diaz. I was just looking back. I made a video that said, Liverpool beware, Ruben Diaz is here. Liverpool beware, Ruben Diaz is here. And told you. Amazing, man. Amazing. I think Zinchenko had a great game. If he had scored that goal, that would have been great, really amazing. And Kyle Walker coming up against his old team had another solid display. I think, Bernardo Silva, the other player I haven't talked about, very good again. I don't have anything bad to say about any of these players, man. I don't. I really, really don't. City has just been marveling. They have just been marvelous. See what I'm saying? They have been a marvel this season. See what I'm saying? They have been, really good. Really, really good. And as a City fan, this is what I want to see from this team, because when you look at the depth this team has, if, you have how many choices you have here. Nathan Ake isn't even fit. Think about when Ake comes back into the fold. You have John Stones, Ake, Laporte, Diaz, all solid guys at the back right about now. The only player there's two players in the team that we need to get rid of, to be honest. We got to get rid of Mendy, and Eric Garcia is leaving. These guys, got to get rid of these guys. Got to get rid of them. I can't. My patience for Mendy has run out, man. And Eric Garcia, I don't like the when you're at one team and you want to join the other team. I'm just done with you. I'm done with you. Seriously. You see what I'm saying? I'm just done with you. Seriously. So for Sheffield, I think Jaden Bogle was the best player on the day for them. Him and the goalkeeper, Ramsdale. Bogle had, and as I said in the video, Bogle had Ferran Torres in his pocket, and Ferran Torres is still in Jaden Bogle's pocket right now as we speak. You know what, man? Look. Listen. That is terrible. Oh my God. That was listen. That was nice. That was nice. I'm telling you. That was nice. That was nice. So guys, I don't want to talk about this game anymore, man. If you want to hear me chat about this game some more, there's a video on the channel. Go check it out. Leave a like on the video. Leave a comment. Let me know you watched it. Well, good try by Sheffield. Only a narrow 1-0 win. They always kept themselves in the game. And big up to Sheffield and Chris Wilder, though. You know what I mean? I still think Chris Wilder was kind of wild too. Very, very wild to spend that kind of money on what you call it, Ryan Brewster. All right, I'm about to get at somebody in the comments right about now, right here. Look here. Look here. All right. I'm not gonna get at you. I'm just gonna address this. Adam Sambol is saying, when are you going to review other leagues? Not just top 5 leagues, just the ones such as the HNL, Primera League, that's the Croatian, like the Portuguese league. Also, when will you predict Europa League? There are some great and good games there. The thing about that is that I want to do that. I have no problem with doing that. Sometimes you don't have the time, and a lot of times a lot of people are not interested in that. But I will try to get a Europa League prediction video out. I will try to get a Champions League prediction video out. I have to get that done. I have to try to start working on that this week so I could get it out early. I just wanted to wait until the transfer window was closed because that is very important. 1 or 2 players could change the season for a team, so I just wanted to wait on that. But I am interested in talking about the other leagues, actually reacting to what's going on in the other leagues. As a matter of fact, you know what? If I have some time, sometime, I will do that. I will do a video reacting to leagues outside the top 5 leagues or something. You know what I mean? That'll make for a good video. I'll just sit here and I'll just bring up the leagues and say, whoa, I can't believe this team is on top by 100 points. And so on and so forth. Oh, I can't believe this team has 0 wins so far in the league. So yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Team up with Doug. He's doing Europa League predictions as well, I think. Yeah, I'll see what I could do, man. I'll see what I could do, you know what I'm saying? So, Kush Boy is asking again, what happened with Ryan and you, bro? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's just that there's, as I say, the best way I could put it is that, convenience. I want to be here streaming at any time. I want to start at 5, and if I want to finish at 7:30, I want to do that. I don't want to, inconvenience somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And we've discussed this. If we start at 3 and we finish at 5:30, it's still a problem. You know what I'm saying? If we start at 5 and go to 7, it's still a problem. So it's just better I just do the thing by myself. Ryan has a channel. He's doing his thing when it's convenient for him. You see what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's all good. We spoke yesterday and everything. It's all good, man. Don't worry about that. But it's another thing I've also realized. Like I also realized that my channel was becoming just a lot of Ryan too, so whoa. That was another thing too. So, you know what I mean? Just gotta chill a bit. It's like, for example, if I'm a musician, like I'm a rapper, and every other song is featuring Ryan LFC, you're gonna be like, whoa, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Whoa. But you're creating a wave. It's like Lil Baby and Gunna. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So look, I just gotta take a step back and just Ryan's doing his thing, he's doing well. And I've already given Ryan the platform to launch and everything. So everything is good. For people who are wondering, you know what I mean? People who are wondering. So yeah, that's that. Addressed it. Addressed it. Big up to Doug in the chat as well. Doug, yeah, we're gonna do something this week. Thursday or Friday, we will talk about the Liverpool City game. You know what I mean? We will do that. You know, you've asked me to do that a while now, so I am gonna do that. So yeah. So City, well played, Man City. The next game coming up is against Burnley. And we know what happens when City play Burnley. I don't know if it's gonna happen again, but it's 5-0 and 4-0 and all these kind of score lines. So, you know, it will be a turf moor, so that's not an easy place to play. And then we have Liverpool. And then Swansea, and the game I'm looking forward to watch against Tottenham. We have to beat Tottenham. If Brighton are beating Tottenham, we got to beat Tottenham too. And that's not the logic that you have to use, but still. Can't be losing to Tottenham, man. Can't be losing to Tottenham. Nah, unacceptable. Unacceptable. You know what I mean? But yeah. For Sheffield United, though, their next game, we did talk about this, is against West Brom, Chelsea, Bristol City in the FA Cup. At least they're still in the FA Cup. They could look to win that. It's possible. The magic of the FA Cup. They don't, say that for no reason. And then they have West Ham. So that's that. So City on top of the league right about now. Sheffield at the bottom, first versus 20th. And I expected no other result than a win for City. And we are doing great. We are doing really, really good on top of the table right now. We do have a game in hand. And we're still 4 points ahead of Liverpool. 3 points ahead of Man United. And we are 5 points ahead of Leicester right now with a game in hand. These are the only 3 teams that City have to worry about right now. If we win the game in hand, then you go 6, 7, and 8 points ahead of them. You see what I mean? And that's just what we have to focus on. One game at a time, like I've been saying earlier in the season. And we're gonna get this title back in our grasp. We want to put some blue ribbons back on that freaking trophy. You know what I'm saying? Rip off the red ones and throw them away. Matter of fact, we're not even gonna throw them away, because if we throw them away, they could be retrieved and put back on. We're gonna burn them. Okay, so yeah, I said it. We're gonna burn. Where's Listen. That's what we're going to do. Burn them off. So look, man, next game, the last game for today, guys, is the game that a lot of you guys have been waiting for. West Ham versus Liverpool. So I didn't do a review. I did not do an official review of this game, because I came home and I was tired, man. I was tired. I wanted a rest. I wanted some rest. So here you go. West Ham 1, Liverpool 3. And as my boy Dave said, Liverpool burst West Ham's bubble. And that's, because West Ham does have that bubble machine and all. Liverpool just went there and popped all the bubbles. Like, get the hell out of here with these bubbles. You know what I'm saying? Only one team flying today. Liverpool, the liver bird. You know what I'm saying? Flying any weather. See what I'm saying? Like Birdman. So, good win, though. Good win for Liverpool. Good win. Good bounce back win. After that five games, without a win. Bounce back against Tottenham. Bounce back now against West Ham United. Liverpool loves London. Liverpool loves London. Haven't been good on the road, but traveling to London has been good. And Liverpool needed this win. They needed these 2 wins really, really, really bad. Because if Liverpool failed to pick up 6 points here, You could kiss the title race goodbye. Whatever title race, kiss it goodbye. Just kiss it. Mwah! Kiss it goodbye. Hasta la vista. It's sad that I won't see you again this season, but bye title race. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. And it's teaching us a lot about this Liverpool team. It's teaching us a lot about Jurgen Klopp and his character that he has, shaped, and molded this team with. The team is Klopp, basically. When he's nervous and showing jitters, the team does the same. When he brings back the calmness, the team comes back and performs. That was a good performance against Tottenham, I must say. First Premier League win of 2021. The Liverpool fans come out of hiding and everything. Yay, we won a game. That was a good game. Even though Tottenham were diabolical, Liverpool, they created the chances and they took their chances. So you got to give them that. And that was a huge morale boosting win against Tottenham. And then you have to come up against an informed West Ham team. From the time I heard David Moyes speak in the interview, I knew they weren't going to win the game. I did predict the Liverpool win, by the way. But from what Moyes was saying, I'm like, come on. What are you talking about? You're giving these guys too much freaking respect. I know you got to respect your opponent, the opposition, if they're a quality team, yeah. Even if they're not a quality team, you show them some respect because they could beat you, and it could blow up in your face. But West Ham, you were playing well. Be more confrontational. Be more in your face. And they weren't that. They weren't that at all. They weren't that. Hardly created any chances. And from my recollection, the best chance they had was that Mikel Antonio shot when he turned and he tried to curl it in, but it went wide. That was the best opportunity. That was their best opportunity. But Liverpool, on the other hand, the first half, though, I think West Ham held their own. They had bodies behind the ball. They defended well. They broke up play and everything. They did well. They did well in the first half. 0-0. And I was at work. I'm watching the game, and I'm saying to myself, maybe Liverpool go back to their pre-Tottenham ways. They're going to drop points. Maybe all three. No. Didn't happen. Klopp. Gotta give Klopp the freaking credit. But before I get to the second half, though, despite having a very, let's say, uneventful first half, Liverpool didn't create a whole lot of chances. That pass that Thiago gave to Origi, oh my God. If that had went in, you couldn't shut up the Liverpool fans. You couldn't shut them up at all. You couldn't shut them up. That was exquisite. But Divock Origi, of course, didn't put it in, I think Origi, he played well in the game, but he takes too many touches. He doesn't have that sharpness. And I think if he continues to play on a consistent basis, he will develop the sharpness, like the sharpness of a Mo Salah, who got back in form with that brace against United, and now he scored a brace again to break his barren run in the Premier League. I think he went like 6 games without scoring. And Mane, who scored in the Tottenham game as well, had a dry spell. So when we all thinking that it's Liverpool's defense is the problem, it ain't real. I know there's defensive problems at Liverpool. I know Van Dijk, Gomez, Matip, Maida, Crystal isn't injured, isn't fit right now. And Liverpool are in for centre-back right now. Preston Norton, centre-back / left-back, Ben Davies. It's the attack. But because they don't have the center backs, and you have to take Henderson, Fabinho, who is injured right now, by the way. You gotta supplement the defense with your midfield, and then everybody else have to help out. It hurts the guys up top. They just lack the sharpness that they require, and that's why Liverpool went 5 games without a win. But they're back to winning ways again, and we go back to the second half. First half, it didn't work. It was very difficult to break down West Ham. But the second half, when Klopp brought on Curtis Jones, when Klopp took off, I think it was James Milner. Milner was actually, why are you taking, why? Like he was like, why me? Like, why are you taking me off? The kind of thing. Curtis Jones came on, and I think it's his first touch. I think the first touch, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who looked like he's getting back to his old good ways, linking up with Curtis Jones and then laying off Salah. Salah, surrounded by a whole lot of defenders, just wiggle himself, get a shot. Goal. Good goal. That's what I like about Salah, man. That's what I like about Salah. Clinical in front of goal. Ruthless in front of goal. I know he went through a bad patch, but the man has 15 goals in the Premier League and didn't score in 6. That is crazy. That is just crazy when you think about it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why Man City now can't be complacent. Because if you're complacent, you just let Liverpool right back in. They're gonna be right back on top if City are complacent, because this Liverpool team on a mission: beat Tottenham, beat West Ham. Once that first goal scored, floodgates open. Floodgates, thank you very much. Floodgates, thank you. Thank you. That second goal, that second Mo Salah goal, though. That second Mo Salah goal. Counter-attacking goal. Defense to attack in the blink of an eye. Trent Alexander-Arnold with that ball, man. That was a wicked. I think it was a total of 6 touches. Trent to Shaqiri. How are these guys passing these balls so damn good? I'm like, the guy just whipped the ball over. Shaqiri, control, maybe 2 touches. Control, whip it over to Salah making the run. Salah maybe took 3 touches. Bring it down. That was an exquisite first touch. Bring it down with his right, I think. And just, touch it again and whoop into the back of the net. I was like, oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Only Jesus could save West Ham today. Because that was good attacking football. Or Liverpool back to their old ways. Are they back being very good? It seems so. Back-to-back wins, man. But the Liverpool fans would start thinking that they could go back-to-back again. You see? Third goal, Gini Wijnaldum, set up by Firmino, who came off the bench and, involved again. So it worked. It worked. The plan worked today. The plan worked. Origi, Shaqiri, Salah, no Mane. He's injured. And I think Klopp is actually putting Mane in cotton wool for the City game. You know what I mean? He got that game in mind. Milner starting again. Wijnaldum, Thiago, all had solid games. Andy Robertson, Trent, solid outing. Nat Phillips and Henderson at centre-back. Solid. Henderson, very good. Very good at Henderson is very versatile. I like that in a player. Even when I'm playing FIFA, I like the versatile players. I know it ain't got nothing to do with FIFA, but you know what I mean. And Alisson Becker in goal. He did his thing. Didn't have a lot to do, but he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? So subs off the bench, Curtis Jones, Roberto Firmino, and Oxlade-Chamberlain for Divock Origi. And it was nice to see Georginio Wijnaldum getting a goal. That was like a reward for his hard work throughout the game, every game. Would he sign a contract? I don't know. If it depends on if Ronald Koeman stays as a Barcelona manager, and it doesn't look like it. I don't know. According to the president over there, who becomes president of Barcelona, Gini Wijnaldum may or may not sign a new contract. But I think Liverpool were brilliant. Craig Dawson did score from a corner. They have been scoring a lot of corner goals. That's their 12th goal from a corner. And it was like Liverpool. It was like the Liverpool was saying the game is won. I know the complacency didn't really kick in, but the game is won. Why go? It's like what 87th minute. It protecting the clean sheet and all, but still the game is won. It's all okay. Whatever. It's fine. We did the damage is done. Take one. West Ham. Just have one consolation goal. Have one, man. Feel good. We came to, and when I say we, I mean, speaking as the Liverpool players, we came to your stadium and we beat you. Feel good. Take one. David Moyes, man, too tame of an approach. I think West Ham has a very, very good outfit that they could have challenged Liverpool a lot more, and they didn't. Too standoffish, not in your face enough, and 3 points dropped for a team that has been playing well. This is West Ham's best season, I think maybe their best season ever, best start ever to a season. And for 2020, I think they had won about 6 games in 2021. I'm still thinking 2020, I don't know. But they were in good form. And this kind of complacency that you kick in, this showing too much respect to the opposition here, it could haunt you. It could definitely haunt you going forward. So, well played, Liverpool. I think you have basically salvaged your season with those 2 wins, Tottenham and West Ham. Happy time in London. But the key for Liverpool is to continue playing well. The backup players, they have to continue playing well. They have to stop thinking like backups. They got to think as if I belong. And if they think like that, they would get the results. See, like Shaqiri and Origi and these guys, Nat Phillips, that's the way they have to start thinking. And Liverpool now has to take it one game at a time. I relish the challenge, I relish the challenge. The City-Liverpool thing, I relish the challenge. Look, you got Brighton coming up, and then you got Man City, the big one. I'm looking forward to that. If Liverpool are to get back into they are back in the title race, but if they are to become favorites again, I think the bookmakers were saying City were always a favorite. They have to beat Brighton, and you got to get something against City. Preferably for the Liverpool fans and the team, a win. So that's my thoughts on the game. I think Liverpool played very, very well. West Ham, a bit timid, a bit tame on the day. That was not the West Ham that we've been watching this season. The Shusek and the Rice and the Kufal in your face and the Ben Rama. And, they could, Mikel Antonio could have done better. They could have done better. They definitely could have done. So let me know your thoughts. I just let you know mine, and good luck in the title race, Liverpool. So yeah, guys, I actually want to chop that out and put that out for a video. So that's why I never really addressed anything in the comments. So I appreciate everybody who dealt with that and who appreciate it. So we got Demo $2. This is just to big up my guy, Nat Phillips, boss. Yeah, Phillips had a solid game. He did miss the header, though. He did miss the header for that Craig Dawson goal. Phillips, it was like that. Like you do the ghost kick and the ball is there and you kick space. Phillips did a ghost header. Phillips did this and the ball passed way over there. So, yeah, You made me remember that about Nat Phillips, though. You see what I mean? You definitely did. But yeah, man, I've been streaming for 2 hours, 24 minutes. I think I'm gonna call it a day right now. It's wrapped up. And you know, it was fun. The time went by very fast, so that's a good thing. You know, nice fluidity to the stream. And if you're watching a replay and you're watching the whole thing, let me know how you feel. Let me know, any feedback. Let me know as well. I have a few things to do. It's getting late. I gotta go and hang out with the family. I appreciate everybody who came through. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the live stream as well. And I love you, but I gotta leave you, man. I gotta come back tomorrow, so I got to go and rejuvenate, man. When's the next Football Rabbit Hole show? It's overdue. It should have happened already. I apologize, and I will work on getting one out pretty soon. So, from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for coming back again. I really appreciate you taking the time. We had a good turnout today. Haven't had this much people in the chat for a very, very long time. I wonder why. I really wonder why. But, once you're consistent and you keep coming with the heat like this, you know what I'm saying? The closer it gets to the end and, if you got a title race and things are really tense and everything and there's a Champions League, more and more people would come through, you know what I'm saying? We are a community. We're trying to build a community here. So just remember that. So I do appreciate it. Like the video if you're yet to do so. And from your boy Dominic Rich, until my next video, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad.